From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
Now at 10.
A lot of noise in the background.
Digging into the future, how the university says it's keeping game days running during construction. Then roles reversed.
You see a lot of different things there.
A Lincoln paramedic on the other side of the care he's spent years giving to others. How a hospital is giving back to someone who spent his career helping save lives. Also, from rubble to rebuilding.
I can't say it enough how incredible the effort has been by everybody who has come out to help.
Crews clearing out what's left after last weekend's storms. The latest push now, focusing on helping families move forward. And oil shock.
It's just going to be a little more pricey, I suppose.
Why you could be paying more for a simple oil change through the summer. And new at 10, the Big Red rebuild is officially underway at Memorial Stadium. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. UNL is giving fans a new look inside the early stages of the project. Demo and foundation work is already happening across the stadium.
A lot of noise in the background. We got our PPE on just to make sure that we're safe. We got our work boots on and eye protection for all of those involved. So follow us.
The university sharing this video showing crews excavating dirt, removing old spaces, and installing new infrastructure inside Memorial Stadium. Officials say the project includes major utility upgrades, new electrical systems, and a temporary kitchen that will help keep game days running during construction. The school says more project updates are expected throughout the rebuild.
As you can see, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty and really excited about what the future will look like. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll continue to demo. We'll continue to make things safe and prepare for all of the work that will happen for this fall.
University officials say the temporary kitchen will help serve more than 87,000 fans at home games during construction. The Big Red rebuild is expected to take place over the next several years. Well, right now, the cost of having your car's oil changed could be going up.
I'm going to try to keep my prices the same, just like my labor rate.
It's not just gas prices hitting high levels. The oil to keep your car running is starting to take off. The war in Iran affecting oil prices, we all know that, which in turn could drive auto shops to increase their costs for an oil change. Our Jake Holman is tracking this and breaks it down for us. Jake?
Hey, Rod, as we approach Memorial Day weekend, this is typically the time of year people will get those changes, of course, before they hit the road for the holidays. But one local auto shop I talked to says he's seen an uptick in costs for his oil supply. They say they pay about $300 to $350 a week on that supply. As of late, though, they're having to pay about an extra $1 per quart, which now raises that number to $375 per week. And they expect that to keep climbing.
Wolfgang Auto Service.
With Memorial Day weekend approaching, people should prepare for a rise in costs of oil changes at local auto shops.
It's just going to be a little more pricey, I suppose.
But not at Wolfgang Auto Services. Terry Wolfgang says he hasn't changed his prices in 10 years. He doesn't plan to.
I try to keep it at a decent, affordable price to where we make a little bit of money, but we want the customers to come back and service their cars on a regular basis.
Right now, according to Axios, there could soon be a shortage of motor oil stemming from the effects of the war in Iran, rippling down to everyone from oil-changing businesses, auto parts stores, and repair shops. Wolfgang does say his cost of supply has jumped by about an extra $1 per quart, but he's not too concerned about it, although he does anticipate it to rise.
Oh, I imagine if things don't settle down in our industry, we're gonna feel a crunch eventually. I mean, I think we're lucky right now because we're using up all of our supplies and stock and replacing as we can, and I haven't had any problems yet getting product.
He also says his main goal is to make a 30% profit. So as long as he stays above that line, he won't make any changes. Now, if you are getting an oil change, it is recommended by Terry and plenty others in the auto industry that, of course, you at least do that a few days before your trip to make sure everything is running smoothly. For now, back over to you, Rod.
All right. Thank you so much, Jake. Good advice there. And if you saw this heavy police presence in Northwest Lincoln today, no reason to panic after a viewer sent us video of SWAT teams and deputies surrounding a home in Air Park. Well, Channel 8 reached out to authorities to find out what was going on. As it turns out, the response was part of a training exercise. Well, right now, Nebraskans are calling on one another during a time of need. People are stepping up to help storm victims in southeast Nebraska. The Omaha Rapid Response Team is now asking for volunteers to help with cleanup efforts in and around Auburn after this weekend's storms. The group says it needs chainsaw operators, laborers, chaplains, and really anyone willing to help families recover. All right, it is time now for your first forecast. If you remember, citizen journalist Melanie shared this video coming up right before the storms came past this weekend. As you can see, a bunch of cracks and just overall really dry. Flash forward to now from that same spot, nothing. Just goes to show how much rain we really got and just how much we needed it. Let's take a live look across southeast Nebraska through our network of cameras. It made for another cool and spring-like day. The question is it going to warm up at all for the holiday weekend as we approach ever so more closely? Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins for the answer. Rusty.
Yeah, we are going to warm up. It's going to take another day or two, but we're going to get there. And temperature-wise, we should be in the upper 70s this time of year, but we haven't been there for a while. It's coming back, though. Here's your forecast for Memorial Weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, each day warmer than the one before. It's 72. Not a bad day there on Saturday. That could be a top 10 day. But if you like it a little bit warmer, Sunday could be a top 10 day. Touch warm on Monday, too. 85 degrees, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. No precipitation expected in the forecast. We still need it. But over the holiday weekend, we could hold off on a day or two. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, we're looking at Honda of Lincoln and the flag just fluttering about just enough to make it cool. 54 degrees with a very light wind out of the northeast at 9 miles per hour. Still a few sprinkles, a couple of thunderstorms on the other side of Beatrice. How about that? And some light rain between McCook and North Platte. Temperature-wise, we're in the 50s just about everywhere. In fact, everywhere in the 50s. How about that? And a very light wind, less than 10 miles per hour. Your hour-by-hour forecast, temperatures get back to around 60 by noon tomorrow, and the wind shouldn't be an issue at all. But again, there are some rain chances out there, at least for the next couple of days, but not the holiday weekend. I'll break it all down in a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Rusty. Here's a story you'll only see on 8. An emergency room paramedic is now a patient himself. A sudden cancer diagnosis had Matt McGuire worried how he's going to support his family, but he didn't have to wait long as colleagues rushed to his rescue. Channel 8's Danielle Da Silva talked to him and some of his colleagues today and has the story. Danielle.
Rod, Matt McGuire spent most of his career saving lives, even working through the pandemic. And now as a patient, he says this role reversal is revealing a whole new level of care from colleagues that he wouldn't have imagined possible in a million years.
Matt and Nicole McGuire have made it their mission to help others. Nicole, a care manager at Bryan East, and Matt, an ER medic at Bryan West.
You see a lot of different things there.
But it never stopped them, Matt deciding to go to nursing school. But with one semester from finishing, doctors revealed he has stage 4 cancer in his kidneys that has spread to his brain.
We go back to work. How's school going to end? What are we talking about? Timeline? You know, just it was nothing but questions. But it stabilized quickly.
Thanks to special help from a special crew that Matt's a part of.
In the moment, you can count on these guys.
Matt Culver, also in the group as a nurse practitioner, says the tight-knit friends worked an intense weekend shift at Bryan West for years, relying on each other both on and off the clock, especially Matt.
Calmness about him that he always brings to a situation, and he's just a very empathetic person, and I think that just resonates with people.
When he learned Matt was sick, he knew they'd all help.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. You know, this is supposed to be such a happy time for Matt. Like, he's finishing up his nursing degree. I really wanted to be able to give him some peace to just rest, or to get ready for this fight that he's about to have.
So a GoFundMe was set up by another one in the group, Chris Cicero, within days reaching $25,000, then $50,000. Matt and Nicole were shocked again, but this time in a good way.
I just would have never in a million years predicted that. It's incredible, incredible. I can't thank everybody enough. We can't thank everybody enough.
Blessed and shocked. Shows the love that he has for the people that he's served in the community and helped with. So.
With lifted spirits, Matt says he's ready to fight the cancer, a strength he shares with his wife and their kids too. His message to others fighting this battle:
Lean on the ones that are close to you. I mean, they want to help.
Matt also told me that many in the medical field burn the candle on both ends. So a lot of times it's important that they go get tested. And for his own treatment, it starts this week with radiation to follow. Reporting from the studio, Danielle Da Silva, Channel 8 News.
All right. Thank you, Danielle. Appreciate him talking to us. We wish him the best. Developing now, the former leader of Cuba is now facing charges of murder. Former president of Cuba, Raul Castro, brother of Fidel, is being charged for the murder of 4 Americans who were flying humanitarian aircrafts nearly 3 decades ago. Tonight, we're hearing from former President Bill Clinton in 1996 following Castro's actions, and President Donald Trump tonight.
This shooting of civilian aircraft out of the air was a flagrant violation of international law.
We have Cuba on our mind. Very important. Been a lot of problems for a lot of years.
With Castro being 94 years old and living in Cuba, it's still too soon to say whether he may or may not be extradited to a U.S. courtroom. Coming up when we return, Helping Hands, how Nebraskans are coming together to help those who lost homes and more from last weekend's tornadoes. And coming up tomorrow morning, bison buildup, what those from the local Ponca tribe have to say about a new bill that could help increase the bison population here in Nebraska. Find out more at 5, 6, and 11 a.m.
Another cooler than average day today. That will continue at least for the next couple of days. We'll throw in a couple of rain chances too. The forecast when we come back.
New at 10, finalists have been named for a new nuclear reactor site. 4 Nebraska communities are now on the short list for a possible advanced nuclear facility. They include Beatrice, Brownville, Norfolk, and Sutherland. Now, Nebraska Public Power District says a study identified those 4 communities as the best fit. The study looked at things like existing infrastructure, safety requirements, and other federal criteria. And PPD says the finalists will now help guide evaluations as they explore the future of nuclear energy here in Nebraska. New details on cleanup efforts after a tornado ripped through St. Labori this past weekend. Though these fields are almost completely cleaned up now. After days of cleaning from local agencies and volunteers, they have been working round the clock to make these damaged areas look like they were before, prior to the AF3 tornado's destructive force.
Construction people out here looking like these guys are getting close to rebuilding their homes and getting their lives going again. So it's pretty awesome.
Officials with the YMCA say their primary needs right now are cash and gift cards for the families affected by the tornado, as things like clothes, food, and diapers have been pouring in over the last couple of days. And new details on the O Street project as it moves near Lincoln's Bourbon Theater. Officials there say they will be open through these rough times. The sidewalks leading into the business are also open, so getting to your showtime will be no problem either. The project O Street is moving along and is expected to be completed by fall of next year.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
If you look at the numbers, it was kind of a chilly day today. We should be at 77. Nowhere close. We were at 62, which is 15 degrees below average. And notice here, your low for the day, 41. I was only 8 degrees away from the record low. So chilly day, sure. This is my favorite though, right here for the month. And normal, we're above normal. I can't remember the last time we were above normal, so that's kind of nice. 48th and Cornhusker Highway, still waiting for them to open up that. They can open, just go, it's fine. No, don't do that. ABC Seamless, we'll wait until they remove everything. It's gotta be close, gotta be, right? Temperatures are in the 50s everywhere. Everybody in the 50s. I'm gonna step off to the side and just kind of take a look, yeah. I mean, we're close to the 40s, but we're hanging on. We're at anyone closer? No. 50 degrees in Columbus, York, Grand Island, Kearney. I was sure I'd see a 40-degree temperature out there at some point, but no. Very light wind out of the northeast at 3 to 9. No 10s out there. Just a quiet night. Couple of showers. You may even hear a rumble of thunder from Hebron to Fairbury to Beatrice, because there's some lightning strokes, lightning bolts just down here on the other side of Beatrice. A few scattered showers between North Platte and Grand Island towards McCook. A few very light rain showers in north central Nebraska. This a little bit of a surprise, seeing some thunderstorms just to the south. I mean, I knew there was going to be some rain, but there's just enough instability to throw a bolt of lightning down there. So there was that. That's not going to last long. I think we'll start the day tomorrow partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, a sprinkle or two. I think the second half of the day we start to see that rain push in. Doesn't really center itself over Lincoln, Omaha, and Beatrice, but central Nebraska has a better chance. Then it moves through as we head through Thursday night and kind of lingers. And then if this sets up just like this, and a couple of model runs saying the same thing, heavier rain and heavier rain. 2 spots sorely needing the precipitation, especially from Valentine south to North Platte and McCook. If they could see a solid soaking, that'd go a long way. Rain continues in northeast Nebraska and down through central Nebraska through Friday morning. Better chance, I think, for eastern Nebraska the first half of the day on Friday, and then it kind of lingers. Now, how much rain are we talking about? That swath of about an inch or so of rain possible, and then south central and southeast Nebraska a little less, but we could see a 1/4 of an inch of rainfall by the time it's all said and done on Friday. Cross my fingers, because this would be best of both worlds. Another chance for rain over the next couple of days, and then a dry holiday weekend. That way we could, enjoy the holiday weekend a little more, knowing we just got a good soaking of rainfall. Unless you have outdoor plans the next couple of days, then never mind. Temperatures are in the lower middle 40s for lows tomorrow morning. Highs tomorrow struggle once again. We'll try for 60 and a southeast breeze at 10 to 20. And then we start the warm up on Friday, but the clouds and the storm potential, 64 degrees. And then I'm just going to say it right now, top 10 day and top 10 maybe day, maybe top 15. And then we continue to be mild. You're looking at 72, then 82, then middle 80s all the way through next week. Next chance for storms comes our way on Wednesday of next week. I was hoping Nate was here for this one, but Rod, you'll do. I do this every year, just this time of year. Just it's fun to remember. If lightning strikes and you hear thunder 10 seconds later, how far away was that lightning? 1 mile, 2 miles, 5 miles, or 10 miles?
And it's either 5 or 10, right? Will you give me that? I'll say 5.
It's 2. It's 5 seconds per mile. That's probably why you came up with the 5.
I had the 5 in my head.
I'm going to give it to you.
Thank you. See how generous he is? He has a big heart. Thank you, Rusty. Coming up next, we're going to head into the Sports Zone, where Channel 8 Sports Director Nate Johnson is going to join us live from Omaha. That's why he's not here, Rusty. He's got the latest from Class A State Soccer Championships. We'll be right back.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Thanks so much for tuning into the Sports Zone here at Morrison Stadium in downtown Omaha, where the Class A State Championship just wrapped up. And I mean just wrapped up. Moments ago, the lights just turning off behind me. Let's recap this game just a little bit. Boy, was it a fun one in the first half. It was, well, back and forth the entire game. Both teams had chance to score in that first half, but at the end of the day, the score stayed 0-0. And like I said, this game was very offensive driven in the sense that a lot of opportunities to score for both teams. Lincoln Southwest and Omaha South just couldn't capitalize there in the first half. In the second half, though, Miguel came in and scored a goal within the first minute to make it 1-0, and that's where it would stand. Southwest would hang on to win the Class A State Championship 1-0 over Omaha South. An incredible game, and they've got the whole thing lit up green right now behind me to honor the Silverhawks. Congratulations to them on winning the Class A state championship game. All right, let's talk some Husker sports now. It was a busy day. Got to hear from both the baseball and softball teams this evening, and we'll start with the Husker baseball team. We got to hear from the team and head coach Will Bolt. Nebraska will take the field in Omaha after back-to-back conference tournament titles. This season has already been a historic one, winning the most conference games in program history. Part of the reason for that success, this team is about the right stuff. Coach Bolt saying that earlier this season, and that's carried through until now. He spoke on what's made this team so special.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with the guys in the clubhouse. I mean, it starts with 2 super seniors in the infield that they were eager to come back and lead from the front, and I've given them a lot in terms of leadership, and they've not only accepted it, but they've excelled in those roles. And just the buy-in from this group is pretty elite and pretty rare, and that's what it takes. I mean, the best teams are player-led. Because they're enforcing the standard that's set by the coaches, and they do that every single day, all those guys.
Well, plenty more season to go for Big Red to head to Omaha on Friday. And Nebraska will try to become the first big team to win 3 straight Big Ten tournament titles. That would be something, huh? Well, let's talk some softball now. Moving on, the Huskers preparing to host their first ever Super Regional. Their opponent, the Oklahoma State Cowgirls. Game 1 is tomorrow at 8 p.m. The game will air on ESPN2. And here was the team ahead of tomorrow's game. Their expectations, excitement, and mindset.
You know, I think that the margins are razor thin between the 2 teams, that we've got really competitive pitching, we've got experienced players, we've got kids that hit the ball in the park, we've got players that get on base, and we've got 2 teams that play good defense.
We're confident. We are just free. Today's practice was super fun. It was clean, but again, like I said, we're singing Michael Jackson, we're having fun, and that is a huge part of this group, is just having the joy in the little moments in between pitches, and I would say I feel really great about where we're at.
Well, confidence is key, and this team has that. Finally, some Nebraska soccer news. The team releasing next season's schedule today. They will play 19 matches in total, 10 at home, 9 on the road. They start the season against Colorado State in Fort Collins, Colorado, before heading to Louisville, Kentucky to take on Louisville on Wednesday, August 12th. The Huskers will open the Big Ten season against Indiana on September 10th. And once again, got to say a huge congratulations to Lincoln Southwestern, Class A state soccer champions for the boys. From Omaha, Nate Johnson, Channel 8 Sports. Rod, will go ahead and send things back over to you in the studio.
All right, way to go, Silverhawks. Thank you, Nate, for the live report. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast. New at 10, a very furry friend is finally released back into its natural habitat. Let's take a look. This North American beaver is being released by Nebraska's Wildlife Rehab Center. The animal was first brought to the rehab back in January. It was found in front of a Lincoln gas station, injured and covered in frost. Now, after 4 months of rest and good care, the little guy is now back on his own, living his best life. Look at him, he looks happy.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, let's get a recap of the weather. Rusty and I were just talking. The rain we did receive over the weekend and on Monday, I think a lot of it, we agree, a lot of it soaked in, and we may see more, what, Rusty, tomorrow and Friday?
Yeah, Thursday and Friday, I think the better chance will be like Friday morning is like the best possible chance for eastern Nebraska anyway. There's some out there right now just south of Beatrice, which that area in far southeastern Nebraska has seen way more rain than anybody else across the state over the last several months. A few light rain showers between Grand Island and North Platte and then over towards McCook. Overall, though, most of the state is dry and on the cool side. We're right around 50 degrees just about everywhere. Tomorrow morning, I think we'll be in the upper 30s and lower 40s, which is a chill. We should be in the upper 70s. We'll once again be in the 60s, but we're getting there. We'll get into the 70s, eventually the 80s, the second half of the weekend.
People can't say we haven't had a spring, right? Thank you, Rusty. Thank you for joining us. Andrew in Houston will be here bright and early at 5 o'clock. Jimmy Kimmel's up next. See you tomorrow.
The Amigos Yankee, reinventing the ordinary hot dog. Crispy cheesy original and bold jalapeno popper. At Amigos, where food is fun.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.